Hi guys, this is KomodoDave from the ADOS forums. Today I'm going to show you a glitch that I like to call plant surfing. Now the way that I discovered this was I saw a video on YouTube of someone playing Just Cause 2 on the PC, and they found that if you almost completely destroy a SAM site and then use your grapple to zip towards it and then finish destroying it as you're zipping towards it, so, you know, while firing your weapon as you're zipping towards it, then once the SAM site is destroyed, you'll carry on zipping because there's nothing for Rico to hit, because, you know, the SAM site has been destroyed whilst you're zipping towards it. Now, the reason that it worked for the person who reported this with this YouTube video was because he was using the Bolo patch and he had an infinite strength grapple, and if you try it without the infinite strength grapple, then it will just crash the game. So I've tried this myself with a SAM site, and it just locks up your game immediately, unfortunately. But it is quite a cool thing, so I began to wonder, is there some other object in the game which we can do this with? And then I was thinking, well, it would be great to find something that it works with that's very common in the game, so you can do it in a lot of areas of the map. So I spent a lot of time experimenting, trying all sorts of different things, trying to, you know, zip towards fences and destroy them on the way, and all sorts of different things. Anyway, eventually I started playing around with trees, and I've actually found two trees that the trick works with. So this is what I'm going to show you today. So the two types of tree that we're looking for, the first one is this one here. So it's very common in the green areas of the map. In fact, both the trees are. You'll see that it's sort of, I don't know, almost a baby palm tree perhaps. It's very small. It doesn't have a sort of nut at the top like most palm trees, but it has the kind of palm tree leaves. They seem to have sort of burned edges. I'm playing on the Xbox 360 version, recording this on webcam, but hopefully you can see it sufficiently clearly. So this is the first one, a very small, stumpy, little fern-like tree, and there's another one just over here in front of Rico as well. Now the second type of tree that this glitch works with is this one here. So it's the red flowered tree, and it's got to be the thin version of this tree. So if you look over to the left now, you'll see that there are fat versions of this tree, which the trick won't work for. It's got to be a thin version of this red flowered tree. You will in fact sometimes come across versions of this tree which are so thin that they don't have flowers generated on them. The trick will work with those trees as well. So generally speaking, it's any kind of very thin, wispy tree. Okay, so here's how the glitch works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a grenade at the base of either of these two plants, and then I'm going to time my zipping towards it such that the tree is destroyed by the grenade whilst Rico's in midair. So if I just walk back a few steps to give myself a bit more time, and then I'm going to aim at this tree over here, I'm going to throw a grenade, and then start zipping towards it. And you'll see that what actually happened was Rico began zipping towards it, the tree was then exploded, and then he started zipping in some other random direction. Now, in fact, what happens after you've done the glitch is you have this sort of weird ghost or remnant tether left, which just goes off infinitely into the distance. Hopefully you can see that. So if I zoom in now, you can see it's just going into the distance. Now if we try this in a bit more of an open area, then you'll see just how entertaining this can be. So if I try this time with the red flower tree, so I'm going to throw my grenade at the base, aim anywhere on the tree, start zipping towards it, and you'll see that Rico just goes flying through the air. Now unfortunately this effect doesn't last forever, so I'm just going to wait now. I'm not pressing anything, and you'll see that it ends on its own. So it's a shame it doesn't carry on forever, but nonetheless you can have quite a bit of fun with it. So where can you find these two types of tree? Well, as I say, you can find them in any green area of the map, so you won't find them in the icy regions, nor will you find them in the desert regions, but any green regions, so that includes the bordering islands around the ice continent and the desert continent, the whole top left of the map, and the whole bottom right of the map. These trees are everywhere. So I'm just going to show you a couple more times, and then you can go and have a play yourself. Now, one thing I would really like to try with this trick is to see whether or not we can zip through water. Unfortunately, it seems that these two types of tree that it works with don't spawn especially close to water. You sort of get palm trees very close to the shore, as you can see here, and then you have to walk back a little way from the shore before you start seeing the two types of tree that we need again. But if anyone does manage to get Rico to go into the water while he's doing this sort of this plant surfing, then I would love to see that in a video. Another thing to bear in mind is that the direction that Rico goes in once the plant is destroyed is almost entirely unpredictable. It's very bizarre. It seems that the distance you are from the plant when you begin doing it will affect the direction. You can see here that sometimes the camera spins round randomly, which is also quite entertaining. So that's it. This is plant surfing. This has been KomodoDave. If you use this in any of your videos, given the amount of time I've spent discovering this, I would appreciate credit for it.